I learned in my U.S. history classes growing up about how Washington, D.C. was created when Maryland and Virginia each created a little bit of land. They gave it to create D.C., which was its own separate piece, its capital to serve the entire country. Now, we see a similar thing on Daf 12 of Yoma. We talk about a similar thing is happening with the temple, that it's really at the intersection of two different tribes, and it falls on the tribal land of Yehuda and Benjamin. It both sits on both of their lands. There's a question, well, whose is it really? Is it partially Yehuda's and partially Benjamin's? Or is it really something that is communal for the entire Jewish people and it's beyond land? Sort of like what Maryland and Virginia, they really gave up ownership over the land of DC, and DC became its own separate entity. Is the temple that way? Did Yehuda and Benjamin give up their ownership of the land to create a temple that is serving for all of the people? Or is part of the temple in the land of Yehuda and they have kind of like a hold on it, and part of the temple is in the land of Benjamin and they've got kind of a hold on it? It seems to be more of the second, because there's this whole idea about how Benjamin was really kind of upset that they've only got a smaller portion of the temple and they wanted other parts of it ceded to them by Yehuda because they felt like a real right of ownership over this area of the temple. And there seems to be some jockeying back and forth between them because Benjamin got a blessing from Moses that's kind of the temple would sit between his shoulders. And there seems to be jockeying back and forth, but it very much seems to be part of the tribes. Like they haven't released their hold over it. And at the same time, it is meant to be a temple for all the people.